Good evening, friends. This week we will be commencing with the fourth volume. Some might consider it to be the fourth volume of the 5 books of Moses, and yet, from a Kabbalistic point of view, as mentioned in the Zohar, it might be the fourth of 7 books of Moses. And this is the beginning of the fourth book, Bamidbar, commonly known as Numbers. And just another indication of how somehow things were lost along the way, how a little misinterpretation, a little corruption could set in, but over a period of 3,400 years, that's quite understandable. But something so simple as Bamidbar, which is that singular word that refers to this entire fourth book of Moses, when the English reference is numbers, 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 1, 2, 3, 7, 42. When the actual Hebrew word is Bamidbar. And I think anyone who's somewhat familiar with the Hebrew language knows that the word midbar means desert. As it says, Bamidbar Sinai, in the Sinai desert. That word has always been translated as desert. Now, why in the world would someone come along and tell us that, well, when you're talking about something as famous as the books of Moses, tell us that Bamidbar, translated into English, means numbers? That was the same question I raised on Leviticus, the name given in Leviticus, and of course, the book of Exodus, Shemot. Shemot means names. Whoever thought up of the idea that the name should be appropriately in English? Exodus? I'll never know. Yes, it might give us a description of what was going on in this entire second book of Moses, referring to the Exodus. But so what? It's still not the word Shemot. And how do you go on to provide a translation or an interpretation which is totally divorced, totally incongruous with the word that you're translating? And so too here. The word is Bamidbar, in the desert, in the Sinai desert, Bamidbar Sinai. And then we go on to Numbers. But the answer is rather quite simple. If we just try to focus in on the name of a book, it can provide you with an infinite clarity of what this book is going to be about. Bamidbar means desert. And so the Zohar goes on to tell us, what does it mean, desert? What's the implication of the desert? And so this remarkable Zohar tells us that if you want to know where the central concentration of Satan, otherwise known as the entity of chaos, is located, where does he keep his forces on this physical level? Where does he concentrate his efforts? And from where does the chaos and suffering, pain that man endures, today the entire planet endures, vegetation no longer furnishing us with the same kind of fruits and vegetables that only a short 100 years ago we enjoyed, and today is completely polluted. Where? Where is he located? Where can I find him? Oh, but you're talking about a metaphysical entity known as Satan, known as chaos. These are forces which cannot spell out in physical terminology. Yes, the results of chaos we know, we see, we experience, we sense, we feel the pain and suffering of chaos. But instrument known as chaos, that bloody immaterial instrument, where is it? Immaterial. Oh, for many of us, maybe